skies. Hotty toddy down in Oxford, rebels rise. Cowbells ringing in Starkville all night. Rocky Top singing in that Leland light. Anchor down Vandy, black and gold pride. Gamecocks crowing in Columbia loud and wide. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score. Gators in the swamp, chomping all day long. Saturday nights in Death Valley, that tiger strong. So we Razorbacks, crowd calling the hogs. Blue Ridge battle Wildcats, bringing the dogs. Show me Miss Zone, black and gold fight. Boomer Sooner running on a Saturday night. Hook 'em horns, burnt orange in the sun. 12th man standing, Aggies get it done. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score.
Welcome to this presentation of Water Cooler Talk Sports.
Yeah, man. It is Wednesday. And we are back around the water cooler, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick Frazier. One half of Water Cooler Talk Sports. The man, you can't see him, but you can hear him. Tell him who you are, boss man.
Man, it's your boy Marcus Fitzpatrick, and let's go. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. And around the water cooler with us, as always, it is. I got Tez from at this SECs. What's going on, Tez? How you feeling, man?
Man, feeling pretty good, man. How you guys doing today?
Man,
Tez.
doing great, man.
Chilling,
we hope all of y'all are doing well as well. But do us a favor before we get this thing rocking and rolling. Make sure you subscribe to these YouTube channels on the screen, man. At this SEC is what I got. Tez at Tight Sports, Alabama Football Megacast. I got DC Wolf over at Auburn _ADXTV. Dustin over at the Upside Podcast. Be Sharp over at Sharpshooter Sports Talk. Vandy Chris over at the Golden Broom Podcast. At the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube. I got Kid Country Edward as well on YouTube. And of course, the legend himself, Bubba and the Old Man, Auburn Sports Talk, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to those channels. Also, subscribe to JMHO Sports Talk, what I got Coach Sean on the Block Sports with Coach Carl. And of course, I got, Dylan over at the College Loop as well, man. We appreciate that so much, man. Also, man, do us a favor. Go subscribe to my guy, DJ. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. That's Holly with an EY. And of course, follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's, man. Day one support of Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. You want to feel like a star, make sure you go over there and check him out, man. We appreciate him, man. Mess with the people that mess with Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. Also, I got Chef Country. Adelines by Chef Country, man, where we do it right. 2371 Highway 14, Otagoville, Alabama, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all go up there and support our guy Edward, man. Go check him out. As a matter of fact, we will be there October 17, 2026 for the Auburn versus Georgia game. We will be going live from Adelines. So make sure that you are in the place, man. 2371 Highway 14, Otagoville, Alabama, man. Go up there. Go up there before the 17th of October. Make it a day trip. Take the family. Go get you some good food. He's there Tuesday through Saturdays. If you go on Sundays or Mondays, you gonna miss him because he's not there. Do us a favor, man. Go subscribe to us on our socials, man. At CoolerSpot23 on Twitter, at the Water Cooler Talk on Instagram and TikTok, Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook, and of course, visit www.watercoolertalksports.com. Again, it's www.watercoolertalksports.com for all of your college football, SEC football, and of course, Auburn football news in written form and high school news and recruiting is coming very, very soon. If you want to support the channel financially, $5.99 a month. You put it on autopilot. That's what it does, man. Join the Coolest Cubes gang. May you support the channel, of course, for one, and of course, member-only content coming soon, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us there as well. Fellas, man, this should be a pretty good episode. I say this all the time. And all the time, they be pretty good episodes. So this should be a pretty good one again, man. think this is gonna be great, man. But let's take a look and see. Who in the chat rocking with us tonight, man. Shout out to them. The Huggy Beard himself, the legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams, the Rooster Mac is rocking with us. What's up, Huggy, man? Auburn Dad for life. AD for real is rocking with us in the chat. What's up, Auburn Dad?
Let's go. Let's get it.
There he is.
That's
Fellas,
my
War
dog.
Eagle, man. I got
Telling you.
how you feeling?
What's up, Mike?
Man?
What happened,
Big
Mike?
Sarge in the chat rocking with us, man.
Tell it like it is himself.
God, Big Sarge in the chat said, never thought a quarterback's throwing motion would garner such attention. Man,
Oh my God.
we already talked. Did we not say that he had an interesting throwing motion 2 months ago? I'm pretty sure one of us said this on this show that
before he even signed.
I think we all said this, so it shouldn't have been like a surprise, looking at the throwing motion. But I'm okay. It is what it is. I believe the exact comment or I'm gonna paraphrase what we said was that he had an interesting throwing motion, but the ball always gets where it's supposed to go. I'm pretty sure that's what was said on this show. I don't know. Let's go take a look at it. P-Pass in the chat. What's up, man? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? He said he got dual screens going up. What's up, P-Pass? We appreciate you so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. King Richard, His Royal Highness is rocking with us. What's up, my guy? I hope you feeling King Richard. I hope you feeling well, man. Connie, my favorite AU fan, is in the chat. She said, Marcus, get dressed, man. Get dressed, Marcus.
That's funny.
Says you got to get dressed, man. What you doing? What you doing, man? Mob Ties, Jay Prince Jr. in the chat. What's up, man? How you feeling, my guy? I hope you feeling good. Everybody's favorite insider, the number one insider at the insider, rocking with us. What's up, my guy? I hope you feeling good. D-Lev in the chat, rocking with us as well. What's up, D-Lev? What's up, my guy? I hope you feeling good, man. I hope you feeling great. AUTJ is in the chat, rocking with us as well, man. We appreciate you so much, man, as always. Hey, King Richard coming in here being hilarious, bro. He said elite is what it is. Elite. You know what? If y'all go look at Cole Pinkston put out a tweet yesterday that was hilarious. He put out a tweet yesterday. He put elite in all caps, pictures from the first day of practice. Go check it out. Go check it out, bro. It was funny. It was funny. Tim the Tool Man Taylor rocking with us as well. What's up, Tim? I'm the Tool Man Taylor. What's up, my guy? My guy Wade in the chat. What's up, Wade? Wade just celebrated a birthday.
Oh, Wade. Happy birthday, Wade. And be safe, man.
He celebrated a birthday this Monday. I think it was Sunday or Monday. I can't remember which it was, but he celebrated a birthday and celebrated a birthday this past weekend as well. So
all right, man. Happy belated birthday to the fellas, man.
Phil Will in the chat. What's up? Feeling myself. Feeling myself. Phil Will. What's up, my guy? How you feeling, man?
I took my shoes off.
Mugged up, Durkin. He took his shoes off before he got it. I didn't see that. Oh man, what's up, man? He said next person that said something about Bob Brown's throwing motion getting lined up and slopped down like down like I was about to say, what we talking about? What we talking about, man? We appreciate CJ DeJour. CJ, I saw the comment CJ put in after the show Monday night. She was like, let's not talk about Montgomery like that. Let's not talk about Montgomery.
Man.
Like, well, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Hey, man, he know what Ann Street about, man. I seen that comment too.
She know.
You know what Ann Street about, CJ.
She know. She know what's up. She know what it is, man. You know, it is what it is, man. Weird throwing motion. Well, Bama was never the brand Saban was. Shout out to you, my guy. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, man. Everything is going well, man. Y'all feeling good. Y'all feeling great. We thank y'all so much. Ricky Seals Jones is back in the chat. What's up, man? What's happening, my guy? It's been a minute since we seen you, man, but we appreciate you so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler as always, man. Calvin Peterson in the chat. What's up, Calvin?
What's up, Calvin?
To you, my guy. We thank you so much, man, for chilling with us around the water cooler as always, man. I'm about to bring in two guys, man. Y'all know him, y'all love him. For one, it is the first man. He's about to come in. It is your favorite insider, everybody's favorite insider. In the words of Big Sarge, the elite insider, he is himself. Ladies and gentlemen, it is.
Yes, sir. What's going on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening?
This guy's
hey, man. I just want to say I appreciate the shout out, Nick. Real talk, you know. Appreciate you, my boy.
Hey, all good, all good. And ladies and gentlemen, he's here. He's here, ladies and gentlemen. The Charleston White of YouTube. Well, hold on, let me change that. The Charleston White of Auburn football and the SEC. It is our guy, your guy, the one and only. It is Kid Country. What's up, Edward? How you feeling, man?
What's happening, Edward?
What's up? What's up, fellas? What's up,
much,
man?
man.
Been
Not
pretty
much,
good,
man. We all feeling good.
Weird throwing motion. Weird throwing motion.
Hey, that's what everybody talking about, man. Everybody talking about the weird throwing motion, but I'm
But
pretty
it's
sure
elite though.
it's elite.
He
You're
threw
right.
for 3,000 yards 2 seasons. He's still elite.
It's elite, man. That's what it is, man. Fellas, we gotta get into this. We gotta get into this. We gotta get into this conversation because we're not gonna cut the show short, but we got to get out of here because man, we have been invited to go do a podcast after our show. you know, so after our show, we will be over on the Heavy Hitters podcast. Well, we'll be over there. It's an NFL podcast, so it's going on at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. So as soon as we get done, we're gonna head over there to the Heavy Hitters podcast. We'll be talking about Bobby Jamison Travis, Quintrell Jamison Travis, and how he potentially could fit in with the Atlanta Falcons. So it's a show over there. What we're gonna be doing? We're gonna be sitting down with some guys that do some NFL content. That talk some Falcons football, and we'll be over there just kind of big up and I got Bobby Jamison Travis. So as soon as we done over here, head on over to the Heavy Hitters podcast on YouTube, Heavy Hitters Live. Make sure you go over there and check them out. We'll be over there. I think Ted's gonna rock over there with us as well. We're gonna sit over there and we're gonna big up I got Bobby Jamison Travis, man, and see exactly where he can fit. If the Falcons want to draft him or not, because he is in the draft. So we'll be over there doing that. But before we get over there, man, y'all know we gotta talk about this first day of practice, which was yesterday,
Right.
in the Golesh era. I call it the Golesh era has officially started. It has officially started because Alex Golesh had his first spring practice yesterday. They have their second spring practice tomorrow with the team. He spoke with the media afterwards, and he had some clip. Say it again. Say it again.
Oh, nothing. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh, I thought you said.
Go ahead. My bad. I'm driving.
Okay. He had some
Be
clip
safe,
worthy.
man.
Yeah, please be safe. Be safe. He had some clip worthy stuff that came out when he was asked some questions, from the media after practice was over with. Basically, he was kind of saying he was happy with the intensity, happy with how everything went, with practice. He said they got a little sloppy towards the end of practice, and he said that's what happened. But he also said, we're kind of evaluating everybody, and he was asking questions about how they was able to, go three deep, basically, just because they had a bunch of guys on the field. But one thing he said, one thing that stood out to me that he said, and it was one of the first things I wrote down when I was listening to him speak. He said he spoke with the coaches, and when he was asked a question about evaluating, how are you evaluating subjectively and objectively what you're seeing on the football on the field with practice, he said one thing that we spent time on, and he basically said, what you allow becomes your culture, is what he said. He said, what you allow becomes your culture, which I thought was a bar in my opinion. But no, I want to get into that, man. I want to talk about that. You talk about this Golesh era. We're talking about we've been talking all off season about what this guy is going to do, how it potentially can look with the upgrade from USF to Auburn, and what we potentially could see from this offense, what the offensive line gonna look like. We'll talk about that in a little bit when we get into more specific stuff about what we kind of heard and saw from the first day of practice. But when y'all hear that, he says, what you allow becomes your culture. What's your first thoughts on that when you hear that I'm gonna start with Marcus on that one first. But before we do that, shout out to Calvin Peterson with the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you so much, my guy, with the $5 super chat, man. Thank you so much for rocking with us here, man. Always support the channel. Calvin Peterson is, man. Thank you, my guy.
Appreciate it, Calvin.
What you think about that, Marcus, when you hear that, man? What you allow becomes your culture. Take it away.
He's telling you what happened last year in so many words, to be honest.
Oh man, that's wild. That's wild.
True. It's
bro.
true though.
Wow.
It's
true.
It's if you set a standard, if you set a discipline standard, you should get a disciplined result.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm taking from that statement. And if you allow things to happen, if you allow players to be undisciplined, disrespectful, that's the team that you're gonna see on the field. You're gonna see sloppy production. You're gonna see unsportsmanlike conduct. You're gonna see offsides. You're gonna see miscues. And if you set a good standard, you don't see those things. And that's what I take from that statement, man.
Yeah, man. What's your thoughts on that, Tez? Before we get into this conversation deep and a little bit more in depth.
Yeah, you basically train people how to treat you is what I think about. It's a personal mantra, but whatever you allow, that's kind of how people act. And in this instance, he's saying, just like Mark said, what happened last year, if you allow it, you can't be surprised when it happens. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you allow it, you can't be surprised when it happens. And it becomes culture, right? So, I mean, you think about the stories from last year, and then think about the stories from last year, what our coach was actually, I guess, accused of. I mean, or, in terms of golfing and not coaching and being away from the team, and not being there to craft the game plan and all these things. That becomes culture. Right, that becomes your identity as a football team. And you look at the offensive side of the football last year, it looked exactly like that. It looked exactly like that. It looks like your offensive coordinator was, allowing, everything that happened, right, from the dancing while we're losing to the you name it, And then we heard the reports from practice last year about how lackadaisical the offensive practice were compared to the defensive practice. You see the results on the field, man. It's you're not going to get out of this game more than what you put into it. In fact, you probably going to get exactly what you put into it. We was putting 87 fuel in the car, and we was getting 87 fuel results.
You putting 87 fuel. You putting 87 fuel in a Mercedes S-Class 550. Yeah. Man, that's bad. Right. That's bad, man. That's crazy. Kid Country, man, he also made a statement. He also had a statement that he said, man, how we practice, and it's kind of piggybacking off of what Ted said, man, because it kind of goes into this next statement. He said, how we practice and how we get after each other becomes our identity, is what he said. He said, how we practice and how we get after each other, it becomes our identity. What's your thoughts on that one, Kid Country?
Man, like y'all was saying about the last one you asked about too. I mean, to me, it's no different from your kids. What you allow them to do in your house, you see what I'm saying? What you allow them to do, you can't be surprised when they do what you allow them to do. You see what I'm saying? So, I liken it to me in a restaurant. Not to say I'm Alex Golesh, but I'm a lead at what I do, and I'm not saying it to be funny. From the details, I'm very detail oriented in everything I do. The people that work with me, they understand. I got my hands on every part of that restaurant because my name is on it. I the one that set the standard. I set the bar. And, it's no lowering of the standard. It's no lowering of the bar. This is what the expectation is, and this is how it got to be every time. So that's my mindset I use every day. From when I tell you I'm involved in every part of that, I'm involved in every part of it. My hand is on every part of it, so I can get what he's saying. And as far as you what you do every day, man. What you do every day is how you function in life.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
if you go hard every day, you'll get go hard every day benefit. You see what I'm saying? If you BS every day, it's all about it's just like you going on a job. All of us that work on jobs still work on jobs. We all have this one guy, he gonna take shortcuts every time. You know what I mean?
Well, he
Sometime I was
preaching
that
right
guy.
now. He is preaching.
You know, and we also got this guy, he gonna do this man might have been on this job 20, 30 years, old school. He gonna do it exactly the way that he been trained to do it. And he gonna do it the same way every time. And he gonna get the same exact results every time. So when you do something constantly over and over and over and over and over, it's like you a robot. It's you programming yourself to do things a certain way.
Mhm.
I like it. I like that. I like that, man. The point
Yeah.
that you made about your kids is
Yeah.
Yeah.
profound. That's pretty
Spot
spot
on.
on, man. Ant, what's your thoughts on that, man? What's your thoughts on that? He said the way we practice and the way we get after each other, it becomes our identity as Auburn football, of what Auburn football is gonna be.
Man, why are we surprised that's what's being said? 5 years. I mean, okay, let's backtrack. Let me say this.
Okay.
For 5 years, we have had this same hype of what it should be at practice.
Okay.
And it was never
I see where
that.
you're going. I think I see where you're going.
Why are we so surprised in what Golesh is saying, bro? What he said was the truth. Everything he's saying is what should have been done 5 years ago. What you're seeing now is what you should have seen 5 years ago.
Okay.
Practice is where it starts. You want to finish games, you want to finish with winning records, however, whatever you want to put it, guess what? It starts at practice. It starts right here, right now in the spring. Your team takes on the identity of your coach. And right now,
Mhm.
it looks real good. Real good.
I like it. Man, y'all speaking facts around this thing, man. Y'all speaking facts. Are y'all excited? Are y'all getting excited? Like, I mean, like, should we be excited? Like, is this the false excitement that we should have about Auburn football right now because they're back on the football field? Or are we genuinely excited about what we are going to see on the football field when it comes in the fall, and especially with what's coming up in A-Day? Because last year, I guess a lot of us was trying to find ways to get excited about the team, get excited about the season. I think a lot of us did. I know myself predicted some things that did not happen. I predicted them very early, like January of the season.
Right.
But then when I heard some stuff, I couldn't go back on what I said. I had to stick with what I had already said, and predicted. But it feels as if there's a difference. There's a different type of motion in it with this football team right now, and I think Alex Golesh has a very big, something to do with that. What's your thoughts on that one, Tez?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Last year this time, I too probably made some. For sure, I made a prediction that didn't come true. I don't know very many people that pick 5 games, but yeah, man, like you said, last year's excitement came from. To be honest, like it looked like they were having a lot of fun. It looked like last year this time, it looked like the team was they were all on the same page as far as camaraderie, right? So I got excitement there. Then you add some talent coming off the previous season of 6 games. You think you're going to be at least 1 game better with the additional talent in the building. So that was, you know, excitement there. But this year is different. I'm not ready to jump off the ledge yet, but we just haven't had that. We haven't had a coach that is preaching the process. We haven't had a coach that is preaching, like you said, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I think, you know, that in itself is a superpower. That's all of our superpower as humans, right? You can do anything you want to do, right? You can achieve anything you want to do. You just gotta rep it over and over and over again. You study Spanish long enough, you be fluent in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? You keep trying to ride that bike, eventually you're gonna learn how to ride it. So with him preaching this process and not really enamored with talent, you know, he's not a guy who came in the door and was like, oh, look at all these toys we got. No, he was a guy that came in there with this roster that everybody was, you know, gushing over talent and said, I got to evaluate this first. I'm not finna come out here and just name people this, name people that. So he has this process. He's telling you that, hey, the guys, it got a little sloppy at the end, right? That means they may not be conditioned yet for that. But that is the part that he wants to coach through, right? And he's going to do that through processes. When you hear that, it makes you feel better about the foundation and the core and the philosophy of the team. And you know that with just a little talent, you can overachieve what you have, right? You can execute your game plan to its highest ability. And that's something that I don't think we've had, right? I'm not going to go out on a limb and predict a score or record right now or anything like that. But what I will say confidently is that if this continues, and then what he's saying is true, and this continues at Auburn, that the execution phase will drastically improve.
Okay.
Drastically improve. And if that happens, hey, you figure games are gonna come wins are gonna come with that. But of course, you know, we gotta see it on the field. But this is a drastic difference from, you know, I don't know, last 5 years. It's been a while since I don't know, since I've been an Auburn fan. I don't know if I've encountered a coach that's been like this persistent about just being process driven. And yeah, I know that's a path to success, right? You do the same thing over and over again. The only way that you don't achieve it is if you quit. All right. Some will quit, some won't. And the ones that don't quit, they'll be ready for the task. So I'm excited about that part of it for sure.
Yeah, you know they say they say in the world of business, they say like the boring businesses are the one that you can have predictable income every month.
Right.
So I guess, you know, the repeatable process of being able to do kind of the same thing over and over again and having that process kind of replicate itself. And say that's one of the ways of having a successful business moving forward if we just continue to do that, man. So, you know, I like it, man. King Country, man. Coach Golesh, he had another quote, and this is the last quote we're gonna talk about from him that I found kind of noteworthy. He asked the question, he said, man, are we getting better every day? Is what he said. He said, are we getting better every single day? And he kind of went into what he thought. Like we had this conversation about, I think we had this conversation last week or at least the week before last about what do we want to see from this spring when it's over with? Like, what do we want to see come A-Day? Like, what do we want to see? He said, you know, the first 8 days, you know, is going to be a lot of install. You know, a lot of install the first 8 days. So there's going to be a lot of information thrown at them. So could there be, you know, people be thinking, could there be mistakes made? All right, cool. But he said those last 7 practices, including the A-Day practice, he said he wants those and he wants everything that they do in those practices to be crisp, is what he said. He wanted them to be crisp. When you hear him say that, are we as fans? Because, I mean, the first 8 practices would be what? The first 2.5 weeks. So you just had the first one. So you basically saying you got 7 more practices. I believe they practice Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, if I'm not mistaken. So that's three days a week. So you say in the first 2.5 weeks, you're saying you're expecting, you know, mistakes, you know, to happen because you're gonna be installing. But by the time we get to the tail end on the other side of the hill, and we coming down the other side of the hill, I'm expecting us to be as crisp as we possibly can when it comes to execution on the field and practice with the base installed and with the base installed things. What's your thoughts on that one, Kid Country? Are we as fans, kind of undervaluing what we think the football team should be? Because the coach is saying that, midway through spring practice, I'm trying to be crisp. I need it to be elite looking by the time we get done.
That's where you want it to be. But I think he knows how to say the right thing, bro.
Okay.
He also a realist to know that I still got a lot of new moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Not to say that they won't look crisp. I'm not saying that they won't. But you just laying the foundation now. I don't want you to build a house this spring. Just lay the foundation now. And we're going to piggyback off of that all through the summer, all through the fall. So, sure, you want them to be crisp, and it's possible. Because this is what I have to remind myself. I can't think of a situation of a coaching change. I can't think of one in my mind like Auburn.
Okay.
You got your quarterback that knows the system already. You got receivers that already played in the system. You got a center that already played in the system. So it's quite possible it could be crisp. It's what I'm saying. It's not like most of the time, like at LSU now or Florida now or most of those schools, Ole Miss. Most of the time, your quarterback having to come in and learn a new system. Your receivers, everybody got to learn a new system. The hell, these guys were playing in this system last year. So that should, that's just where his thinking comes. And maybe I wasn't quite thinking that far along the line, but, seemed to be a pretty smart guy. So that's going to speed up the timeline on a lot of things. Because now I got veteran guys in the wide receiver room that could teach the younger guy versus everybody learning together. You see what I'm saying? I got a quarterback that already knows where everybody should be. I got the heart of my offensive line, my center. He already knows the checks, you know what I mean? The protection, the slides. So that's going to speed the process up. So it's quite it very could be looking very crisp by A-Day. But I'm not still gonna not take too much stock into A-Day. That's just me personally.
Okay. All right. I get what you're saying. That makes sense.
That's just me personally because we just seen some guys put on superstar performance at A-Day and never showed up in a game before. But overall, I like the energy around this program right now.
That's what we're talking about.
It's something different, man. It's something different going on the plane right now. It's something very different going on. And, I can get up here and talk about myself, but you know what? When other people talk about you in a way, that means something. You hear the way that Golesh's players talk about him. You see what I'm saying? That means something. And it's almost, if you notice, all those guys, the Colberts, the Byron Browns, damn, they damn near sound like Golesh when they talk. They done literally took on his identity, his personality. So it's like he bleeds that into his team. And imagine if you get 85 guys on the team with that same type of passion that those guys that came with him have. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Man, I like it. I like it, man. I like it, man. Y'all give me hype. Y'all give me hype, bro. Y'all give me hype for this season, man. I'm excited about it, man. Let me take a look. We had Calvin Peterson come in with another super chat, man. He came in with another $5 super chat. He said he's excited for this season. He said he's excited for this year. He said playoff bound. We will be elite on offense and defense and special teams is what he said. I like it. I like it, Cal. I like it, man.
I don't see no reason we shouldn't be in the playoff. I don't see a reason we shouldn't be there.
Okay,
that's the purpose of bringing. You got a quarterback that been in the system. You got some young guys. You got some veteran receivers. Put you together a solid offensive line. You know Dirk got the defense. I mean, you look at this schedule. If you can somehow make it through September unscathed, you can drop 1 or 2 in October. Come back November. I think it's setting up for the Iron Bowls in Tuscaloosa. This still a manageable schedule.
Yeah.
Man, listen to this. I don't want to take up too much time. But, bro, for the last 2 years, crazy as it sound, 5-7 ball team last year. Not one of those games, Auburn was out of it. We could have easily been a bowl game last year with Hugh Freeze. You come in and make the right tweaks, man. Get the right mindset going. We ain't as far away. One thing about Hugh, he didn't lie. We were close. He just wasn't going to get us there.
Yes.
I agree.
You're right. You're right about that, man. You are correct, man. Let's take a look at some people in the chat before we move on, man, because I like you wasn't gonna get us there. I like it, man. Mom Ty said, man, people obviously didn't really do their research on BB, man. No, I guess they didn't, bro, because still
That's
talking
weird.
about a throwing motion, which is kind of crazy to me, man. P-Pass said, honest question. I don't care if Byron Brown's shot puts the ball, as long as they get where they need to get to. P-Pass. I like it,
Right.
man. That's what we all do.
Right.
I feel you on that. Auburn Dad Flight said NFL Nick. Oh, you talking about the heavy hitter show? Yeah. We'll be on the heavy hitter show 8:30 Central. As soon as we get done over here, we'll head over there and be over there talking about Bobby Jamison Travis and his potential stock, in the NFL. So we'll be talking about him as well. So we'll be over there doing that. Bama was never the problem. Saban, Bama was never the brand. Saban was. Heavy hitters, we'll be there. Yeah. Follow through over there as soon as we get done over here. Do that, man. Auburn Dad said, man, just glad football is back for a bit. Yes, man, it's great. We good month and a half of talking some football, man. Talking like actual stuff that's happening on the practice field is gonna be dope, man. Shout out to Sharpshooters in chat. He said, hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Do that. Be sharp, man. Sharpshooters Sports. Go do that, man. Hit the like button and go over there and subscribe to Sharpshooter Spot. Sharpshooter Sports Talk over there as well. Big Sar said no truest statement has been made. I think he was talking about the first statement that we said about Alex Golesh, man. Shout out to Big Sarge, man. Phil Will, man. He said Xavier Atkins' interview spoke volumes. Just kind of echo what Kid Country was saying. How everybody was starting to sound like Alex Golesh, around here, man. And they starting to sound like, man. AUTJ said we got a coach. Yes, we do. I think we got one, man. I think we got a coach, man. I think we got one that a lot of be excited about. Tim the Tool Man Taylor, he said exactly, Edward. Can't let the kids do whatever they want, then get embarrassed when company come over, man. Who you telling, man? Who you telling? I like that, man. Phil will come back and say, man, he's detailed. That's for sure. Yes, he is. Talking about Coach Alex Golesh. Connie said, Edward, you sounding like Coach Dye. Tell it, Edward. That's what I'm saying. Tell it like it is. Tell it like a TI is. That's what it is. That's what I like it is, man. CJ DeZur said, man, I'm super excited watching the videos. BB17 seems like a true leader. He speaks, they listen. I was a little scared myself, LOL. I think she ain't scared no more. I don't think she's scared no more. She like what she's seeing. She like what she's seeing. King Richard, and he said, shout out to the number 4 Auburn baseball team. 18-2, beat number 3 Georgia Tech 9-2 last night, and plays number 2 Texas this weekend in a weekend series. Yes, man. I think this baseball team got a good chance of making it to Omaha. I think they do. I think they do. Tez, my guy Wade said he jumping off the ledge. Tez 10-2. He giving you his prediction right now. 10-2 is what he do. And right behind him, Connie said, "Me too, Wade. I need to calm down." So they jumping off the ledge, man. They jumping off the ledge. They saying 10-2. They saying Auburn is a playoff team this upcoming season. That's what they saying. I like it, man. I feel it.
For sure, man.
Feel it. Big Jinx in the chat. What up, Big Jinx, man? He said salute to the cooler, man. Warrior Eagle. Shout out to you, Big Jinx, man. Hope you doing good, man. Mike McKinney said you can see the energy and intensity from the coaches, let alone the players. Yeah, man. You see the videos. You see Coach Golesh hopping around practice. You see the position coaches getting fired up. I don't think I ever saw the previous coach run around like I've seen this coach run around and be as energetic and as hands-on with the position groups and players as I don't think I ever saw a video come out that was like.
They say he doesn't walk.
No, he
doesn't walk at all during the practice. Yeah,
he's there, man. He's there.
And
he
doesn't allow walking from the players. So
hey, we on the hop, baby. We on the hop. When you step over that white line, we on the hop, baby. We on the hop. That's what we do. Step over the white line, we on the hop. That's what it is, man. Connie said, man, it's so hard. AU does great things when nobody is watching. hey, she telling the truth.
Hilarious.
She telling the truth though. Every year, like you got to go back. When Auburn was ranked like top 5 in the country in like 2003, and then USC just came in here and just drug Auburn. And then the next year, 2004, nobody expected anything from Auburn, and you go undefeated. Should have been in the national championship game. Right. It might be one of those seasons. Who knows, man? But now I want Auburn to get to the points where you can start playing with anticipation and start winning those games. You know, you go in as favorite and leave winning the game. That's what I'm interested to see. Phil Will said, man, I think we will be Chris, just because of the familiarity with the system from those USF guys. I have to agree with that as well. I think there's a lot of familiarity with that. I got Sham God in the chat. He said, War Eagle, man. What's up, Sham? What's going on, man? Shout out to you, my guy. Mario Cannon in the chat. He said, that's a good analogy. Said possible for us to be crisp, but we don't need to be crisp in the spring. As long as we're crisp by fall practice, we're good. Hey, Mario, logically, I feel the same way you feel, but Coach Golesh is saying the first 8 practices he expect for them to not be completely all the way there. But he said the last 7, he want them to be crisp. Those are words out of Coach Golesh's mouth. Logically, I'm where you at, Mario. But Coach Golesh feel a whole different way. I'm just saying.
You know what I think? You know what I think that means though? I think that speaks to I think he's got a vetting process. Right?
Okay.
When we talk about we talk a lot about who do we think's gonna play, who's gonna be on the offensive line, what the depth chart's gonna be. I think when Coach Golesh saying this, he's saying by that time I will have figured out the players that can run this crisply. Right, not the most talented ones, but the ones that can execute this system to a T will be the ones that take the field. Right, and when is the last time we saw that? Right. So yeah, I think that's what he means. That's why it's so he's saying in 2 weeks, right? By 2 weeks, I'll be figured out. If after a week, I'll be figured out who's not tired after practice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's not sluggish at the end of practice? Okay, those guys are going to be the ones in the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be, and that's the product that he's plans on displaying on A-Day is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're right. Sweet stuff will come in, man. Sweet stuff. This is a good comment. He said, laugh out loud. It was all panic 2 months ago. Man, was it not? Yeah. So be more careful. Everybody was so worried about what Golesh is gonna do and everything, but now, if you listen to the Auburn talk space and even people outside the Auburn talk space, people excited. People are excited about what Golesh is doing. You know what is? I guess it takes just that much for people to believe. I was a believer from week 2. I'm gonna just say that I was one of the ones saying believe in the process and do this process true. I'm gonna stand on that hill. Travell, the king of the comments, is in the chat. He said they talk positively about Hugh Freeze too, but we shall see.
I'll talk positively about him too if he gave me $1.5 million to play football. I had nothing but glowing remarks for the guy.
Okay, then, Travell. All right, man. King Richard said, man, here's one. What if AG does what Gus Malzahn did in 2013? This would turn the NCAA world on its head. Wow. It would do it. I'm not saying he's gonna do it, but it would.
It's actually similarities there, King Richard. I'm not saying that they're the same coach, but in 2013 we did a couple things very well. Yeah, so I would imagine our practices were practicing those few things over and over again. So you may be spot on. I don't know if we win go to a national championship, but I can see similarities there.
You said we gonna run the football, Ted. That's what you saying.
Yeah,
We gonna run the football.
That's the only similarity I see.
We gonna run the football. That's in the
Run the
words
football.
of Travell, we're gonna run the football.
Yeah,
What do you say?
yeah. I'm just
The
saying
piss out the ball.
it's a system. That was like a specific system. Read option football is what we played, and this system is the same way. So you kind of do that over and over again. You'll execute it at a high level.
Yes, sir. Mike McKinney said, "Man, walk around the club, F everybody." I like it, man. I don't even know why I sung that, but that's what when I saw it. That's the first. I guess that's what it was. I guess it's what it is. But hey, it is what it is, man. Mario Kenny said we were missing the right QB. That's not an issue this season.
That's true.
Oh, I like it, man. People believe
we was missing the right coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We brought our whole passing game with him.
Yeah. Calvin Peters with a $2 super chat in the chat. He said, "I believe in AG." That's what it is, man. I like it, man. I like it. I believe Crimson in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Alabama fans have entered the chat. He said, "A frog they had wings too." All right. Okay.
Were you about to see a flying frog
And Alabama wish they had Nick Saban too.
Oh man, it's all good, man. Shout out to I Believe Crips, man. And Travell said, "Y'all delusional game. Be hyped and get let down." All right, we may be.
Travell, you like Gus Malzahn. You are way past delusional, my boy.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
Let's not get into this conversation. Calvin Peterson said 11-1 this season. Shout out to Calvin Peterson, man. He got us a prediction. He's going 11-1. Phil Will said, "Man, I agree, Tez. The best players will play regardless of star rating." I like it, man. Big Sarge comes back and said, "Man, I like the fact that Coach AG has an idea of a 3-deep O-line." Yeah, man. Yeah, that's good. I see.
It's 20. It's 20 of them in there.
It's a lot of them in there. Yes, it is. It is. It's a lot of them in there, man. We appreciate it. So it is what it is, man. Jermaine Mims in the chat. He said, "Hey, man, why the strays?" It's no stray. I was just saying. I believe Crimson is in the chat. That's all I was saying. Alabama fan, I believe Crimson. That's all I said. That's all it is. That's all it is. Man, it is what it is. 9-time champion. What's up, 9-time champion, man? It's been a minute, man. What's going on? He said, "You know, the whole Aiden stuff could make Nate Oates stay longer at Alabama, Kentucky, USC can't touch Nate." Ooh.
Hey, I just thought about it. I believe Crimson. Y'all kind of need that frog to grow some wings right now.
Ooh, because it's the boiling frog theory. That's interesting. All right, fellas, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this a little bit, man, before we get up out of here, man. You've seen some video from practice. You've seen some clips and things, stuff like that from the viewing period that were available. I think Marcus. I'm gonna start with Marcus on this because I think Marcus I think he actually put this in the group chat. What were some of the things that you liked, or what were some of the critiques that you saw from what you did see and read, that you were like, all right, that need to be worked on, or that's something that I'm excited about?
I'm excited about, like we discussed in the group chat. I'm excited about the defensive line energy, how athletic the defensive line is. I love how DBs coming out in drills, footwork, technique, sound, receivers. I like what I'm seeing. O-line. I'm a little nervous about O-line technique in some spots. I see they come off the ball a little high. The base ain't as low as you want it to be. The fit ain't as violent as I want to see just yet. But I think, like Tez was alluding to earlier, that's the crispness he's talking about in these first couple of days, going through drills, going through just getting your bearings, getting your feet up under you by mid of spring. I think you're gonna see better fits and more violent hands and just crispier drills, and just crispier teams and situations. So I'm not really worried yet too much, but I'm keeping my eye on that right there so far.
Elwood, you heard you Duke Smith was mentioned today. Duke Smith was mentioned by some people today. What's your thoughts, man?
I ain't hear what they said.
They said Duke Smith looked good, man. They said he looked good. They said he looked really good. That's what they said. It was some people that was sitting there saying that they like what they saw from Duke Smith, man. And you know, he was on the offensive side of the football. They said at the wide receiver position. They also talked about Scrap Richardson as well. How I think I saw somebody say they don't expect him to play much, but they said he brings some depth and length to that room. So I'm just saying, what you think about it, man? Duke Smith, man. I know that's your guy.
Hey, that's no shock to me. I just want to see him just learn the system and continue to progress. The kids, man, he a unicorn. You know, I'm not just saying that because he's from a city. You know, he's a do-it-all receiver. He ain't no one-trick pony.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a guy who can play outside, can play inside. He can go deep. He can go across the middle. You can throw him the quick screen and he can get gone. I mean, either run him on a reverse, put him on kick return, punt return, just get the ball in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
The kid is a football player. We could be talking about him on defense, same way we talk about Fakins and Winners. He just on offense.
Okay. All right.
He's just on offense, you know. So that don't surprise me, man. The sky's the limit for Duke Smith. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Sky's the limit. And his brother, he was more of a project, but don't sleep on him.
Okay.
Because when it comes to go up and get the football, shit, he can do it just as good as any I ever seen. Boy, 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, you got the measurables for sure.
He go get the football when it's a 50-50 in the end zone type deal or shit, back shoulder fade. Shit, he unguardable in those situations.
I like it. Cunny came in and said, "Man, sure. I think recruiting was what gave the hope, but we all knew PT was here. Personally, I hated the freeze hire. Yeah, I think there was a lot of people that didn't like it from the jump, but we had to support it.
So we got
Big Sar said, "Man, I thought that Ty Buster had a violent rep in the first practice. I thought, you know, for what they saw, I know Derek Plass was mentioned as a guy that looked promising. I think Stan Ramil was not mentioned because apparently Stan Ramil is injury protocol. So I think Coach Golesh said they're taking their time with him as well. Cole Best, I think Cole Best has solidified himself as potentially as I think he's gonna be the starting center. If you ask me, I think he solidified himself there. Tiz, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, man. From what I saw, I kind of what Marcus is saying. I love the defensive line. I love the athleticism I saw along the defensive line. The receivers look good. I didn't see much I just saw like some comebacks and they're working on getting off of press coverage, which is great. You know, we need that. But the offensive line, that is a project, right? He did tell us that to pray for him on that. So that is a project. It's a lot of guys. Some of the guys look great. Like you said, Derek Plass was noted as probably the best looking offensive lineman that we had. Then, you know, I'm kind of high on Jacoby Ford. It was noted that he slimmed down some, which is, you know, you have to if he's going to play in this offense. But I want to, you know, it'll be easier to judge when he starts to narrow it down to, you know, 5, 6, and then you see those guys ripping. But honestly, it was so many guys. Like it was so many guys and so many offensive line reps that it's kind of like, you know, it's trying to digest a lot of information. So I really want to see the offensive line come together. But from the practice, we have enough of them. That's for sure. We don't have a shortage of offensive linemen. That's for sure. One of the things, man, that I heard that you know, what was notable was like there was no. I don't even know if Alex Golesh want me to say this because this may be a secret. There was no footage, no mention, no roster projection of Cody Sigler anywhere.
Which was interesting. That was kind of interesting. I gotta give you that.
Yet when I think it's Donovan Moore, the recruit.
Yes, the defensive lineman. Yes.
When he was interviewed and they asked him about practice, his response was, I loved watching Cody Sigler. He was explosive, and he made plays, right? And I just think that you know, that's a guy that was left out of the media period because we don't want to let that cat out of the bag too soon, man. So high on that dude. I think he's going to be a problem. So that was interesting though. That was interesting because there was a lot of names out there and no Cody Sigler, and then to hear a recruit come in and say, "Hey, the best part about practice to me was watching Cody Sigler. He was explosive and he made plays." Feels a little intentional. So, you know, the defensive rotations that they put out there let me know that they're going to be trying a lot of guys in a lot of different ways. We talked about it in the group chat and on the phone and stuff. Hey, our second team defense can start at a lot of schools. As far as the second unit that they trotted out there for practice can start at a lot of schools. We are truly too deep at almost every position on defense, maybe even more than that. 3 in the safety room, 3 deep. You know, linebackers were 2 deep. The defensive line is, you know, maybe 3 deep. Like we have bodies at every single position on defense, which is, you know, you give a guy like DJ Durkin that, and all of a sudden, man, he's like a kid in the candy store. And then you get the Xavier Atkins interview and what he's talking about like that. You know, it just feels like DJ Durkin with what he wants to do and how he wants to run practices is perfectly aligned with what Alex Golesh wants to do. It's like they are both process-driven people, and yeah, man, when you get that type of continuity within your coaching staff, it's got to trickle down on the field. So I'm excited about that part, man.
Hey, Nick, I want to do something for y'all boy right quick, man.
Go ahead.
Because I think y'all it will just be talking. I got a man here that was in the trenches with Duke every Friday night.
Okay.
Hey, son, I need you to do me one thing. I need to tell you guys, just something. If Duke Smith get the ball in his hand in the open field, what's going to happen?
Touchdown.
If you put him on defense when he got the pick, what's going to happen? If you punt it to him and he get a crease, what's going to happen? Okay. All right. He played with it. He know him better than I do. So, hey.
We believe you. But we believe you, though. That's the thing. We believe you. We believe you. We believe you, kid. We believe you, kid country. We believe you. Oh, man, that's good, man. David Kelly came in and said, man, I'd take 3,000 passing yards again if that throwing with that throwing motion. I'm not worried at all. Nobody was talking about that years ago when USF played Bama and UF last year. Now that he's at Auburn, I wonder. Well, it's a good point. It's a good point, man. The king of the comments, Travell, said, I hope we are as good as you guys think we're gonna be. Still not impressed. Okay. All right. It's opinion, you know, that's fine. You know, it is what it is. You know, we feel you. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from.
I understand.
I understand it, you know, but I like what the coaches put in place about when we talk about setting the culture. You are allowed what you are allowed is your culture. It's a culture you set. I like, you know, doing that, you're changing the whole face and the whole process of what Auburn football was into what it can be to be a winning program. So yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but hey, I
don't think that he's trying to impress you. I don't think none of this is geared to impress anybody. It is geared for a structured process to breed execution. Last year was the impressive year. That's why when practice started, all you saw was one-hand catches. All you saw was all these. Like, you just think about it. Last year, it was all kind of highlights. behind the back catches and all that was to impress you. This dude doesn't care if you're impressed or not. Any of us. It's about a process to execute. And we're saying that from what we've seen in football, guys that operate like that have success on the field. All of the good ones. When you think about them, they are all process-driven people. It's how we do things and not what we do. So that's all we're saying. We're not saying that, oh, man, this team is the 85 Bears or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, like, it looks as if we have a coach. I think AUTJ just said we have a coach. That was a very powerful statement because last year, I don't know if we had one.
Hey, Nick.
Yo, what's up?
I got some elite insider information to share.
All right, here we go. It's elite ladies and gentlemen, we have elite inside news from the elite insider himself. And what is your elite inside news that you want to break here around the water cooler on Water Cooler Talk Sports?
So I had a conversation with somebody that was there at the practice, at the practice, and they was listening in, and they looked through half the practice. They came away very impressed.
Okay.
They said within these last 4 or 5 months, that team has did a drastic 180. They said that the people that's on that team now that was there last year, they don't even look the same. They don't act the same. They're not having the same conversations. They don't even walk into practice the same way. Like, it's a totally different atmosphere. And Golesh got 5 goals. And it was like from least to greatest.
Okay.
So 5 was like going to the SEC title game. 4 was beating Georgia. 3 was beating Bama. 2 was making the playoffs, and 1 was a national title.
So okay, wait. So are you saying the 5 goals that was told to you by your source from least to greatest was the greatest was to win a national championship at Auburn this year, or a national championship at Auburn in the duration of his time there?
We talking about this year. We not talking about we talking about this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is some elite information from the insider himself and the insider. He is saying that the 5 goals from the insider and is saying from least to greatest is to be able to compete for a national championship in year 1. Wow.
All right. And to be honest with y'all, the interviews that y'all been hearing, it's gonna get a lot more. You hear like they had Champ Anthony and all them today, but you'll probably hear a lot more people that was on that team last year kind of sound like Byron Brown and all them that came from South Florida. Like, they really have taken on that identity, bro.
Wow.
In just that short amount of time, and that's crazy.
Man, that is wow. And wow, that is news that is wow. Okay. But hey, the insider himself said it. That's what he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Slugged Up Durkin said, hit the like button, is what he said. Hit the like button. That's what Slugged Up Durkin said. We'll do that. Please hit that like button. Calvin Peterson comes in and said, man, we are going to be better than we think this year. I think so too. I think we're gonna be better than what a lot of people think he's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be 1 game or 2 games better, but I think this season is going to be a stepping stone in the right direction of what Auburn will be in the future. So I'm excited about that, man. Connie comes on and says, man, I think 8 wins is realistic. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think 8 wins are very, very, very realistic. I like it. CJ DeJour, shout out to CJ DeJour. She said, one thing I appreciate is that the players seem grateful to be here. I know they are going to give it their all. Those are kids I can get behind. I appreciate that. Yes, that's what it is. Do you want to be at Auburn? Do you want to do you want to be at Auburn? It's something that he asks, you know. That is something that he asks, man.
My bad. Hold on before you go any further. I left something I forgot about this.
Okay.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is, Ted, you show right about that saying that they got this year.
You better be who you say you are.
Yeah, it's thrown at some people.
Yeah. I mean, I've said that as soon as I heard it. When I saw "Be Who You Say You Are," I just thought, like, man, that's a direct shot at the kids who left. Just be who you say you are. If you say that you this type of receiver, or you say you this type of defensive lineman, or you say you this type of, be that, right? Like, don't just say it and have everybody believe in it. Put it in black and white. Put it in black and white in the stat sheet. Let's see that.
Man.
Be who you say you are.
Wow, man. Let's get to some of these last couple of comments before we get out of here, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Travell said, man, get Ant off the show with all that sunshine pumping. That's what. Hey, I'm just telling you what the king of the comments. That's what he said.
Travell sound like Claude on Life, man. When they was dreaming about the boom boom room. Like, come on, man, let's have our fun, man.
Hey man, you like good. He's my coach.
Nobody had no fun.
Your coach,
man,
sir.
right?
So we cool on that. now. Leave me alone.
All right, man. King Richard said, elite. You hear it only from the elite podcast, man. Bro, this elite thing is no. It's not. It's what we need to be. We need to be elite in everything that we do, man. That's what we need to be. Elite. Perfection is what it is. That's what it is. We need to be elite, man. Shout out to David Kelly, man. David in the chat. David Kelly Jr. said, this football team is the antithesis from last year's team. A lot of people not ready for what we're going to do this year. I like that, David. I like that, man. Gregory McCart said, back with my true peeps. What's up, fellas? What's going on, Gregory? How you feeling, man? Welcome back around the water cooler, man. We appreciate you so much, my guy, for rocking with us, man. Sweet Stuff in here said, man, will Golesh be our Bobby Bowden?
He's gonna be our Alex Golesh, bro.
That's what I think too. That's what I think too. I get what you're doing there, Sweet Stuffer. I get it. I understand it. But man, let's let Alex Golesh cook. Let's let him cook, man. Connie said, Travell, my guy, you sucking all the oxygen out of my body, man.
Let's have some fun, man.
he been real talking like.
Man, this is great, man. This has been a great show, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here, as always, around the water cooler on Water Cooler Talk Sports. If y'all don't know, that's the name of the show. It's officially been changed to Around the Water Cooler on the Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us as always, man. Edward, man, what you got to say to the people, my guy? What's on your mind?
Oh, man. Hey, man, just sit back and enjoy the ride, baby. We don't know how far we're going to go, but I'm on the bus. Hey, I'm going wherever we go. I don't know what a destination is. It's okay to boo Auburn fan. We've been down for a long time.
Yeah.
At least we know we got a damn coach that got mindset, the right mindset. Think about 2012. We were coming off the worst season ever as Auburn football. 2013, we was in the national championship. So we don't know how this thing gonna go. Not to say that that's gonna happen, but you can't say that it ain't possible. We seen it before. We went 3-9, didn't win a SEC ball game. Turned around the very next year. You had a coach. I liken this to Golesh. He had some players that he was already kind of familiar with. He didn't have a great defense, but he did find him a quarterback.
Yep.
I think Golesh, we got a quarterback, So just enjoy the ride. If you want to say Auburn a playoff team, don't let nobody dampen your spirit. If you want to say Auburn a 7-5 team, that's cool too. You know, this your Auburn Tigers. You deserve to be happy about your Auburn Tigers.
Yes.
Hey,
Like that.
Auburn Tigers, man. We deserve it, man. You know, this is our team. But you find me Friday. I got rib versus ribeye Friday. You know, I got the ribs. I got the ribeye steaks. You know, fried catfish. Got some of the best wings around. You know, burgers. Got a little bit of everything going Friday. I got loaded baked potato salad, okra, fried potato salad, baked beans, macaroni and cheese, my famous strawberry banana pudding. All of it on Friday.
Whoa, wait a minute. Well, you ain't never mentioned that.
Something you ain't never heard before.
Strawberry banana.
Man, we can't have a show over there before then.
Strawberry banana pudding. Banana pudding with strawberries and bananas. And hey, it's simply delicious. But you know, if you ain't got nothing to do Friday, come on down to 2371 Highway 14 West, Otongoville, Alabama, 36003. Come see the kid. Ask for the kid. Ask for Edward. Ask for whoever. They'll know who you're talking about. You know, just come on and get you something good to eat. Get you some of my famous freshly squeezed lemonade that I make every day. I told you, I'm like Golesh. You know, we don't take shortcuts, man. There's a process, you know, from the lemonade all the way to the rib. My hand is on everything. So we elite in what we do at Adeline. And that's just not saying that, just to say that. You know, I'm elite. That's the people that been there. I have customers say, man, they've been there since day one. April 7th, next month, I'll make 1 year in business.
There it is.
Restaurant is one of the hardest business to sustain. You don't make it a year unless you're being elite, man, and doing something. So, and again, it's always good to have good fellowship with you guys. And, you know, again, Boog, you deserve it. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise.
Yes.
Country kid out.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Kid Country, Edward. Drop the mic on. That's what we talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Edward, man, Kid Country. I got Chef Country, man, rocking with us as well. Do me a favor, man. Go subscribe to these YouTube channels. Subscribe to Addis SECs and what I got. Tez, man, at Tight Sports, Alabama Football Megacast. DC Wolf over at Auburn_Addis TV. Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast. Be Sharp over at the Sharpshooter Sports Talk, man, on YouTube. I got Vandy Grits over at the Golden Broom Podcast and the Anchor Down Live Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. Also, I got at the Huggy Bear himself on YouTube. I got Kid Country on YouTube. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. And of course, the legend himself, Bubba and the Old Man, Auburn Sports Talk. Also, JMHO Sports Talk, what I got Coach Sean on the Block Sports with Coach Carl. And of course, I got Dylan over at the College Loop as well. Go follow my quarterback. Go follow DJ. You want to feel like a star? Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. That's Holly with an EY. Then, of course, follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with Hollywood. Mess with the people that mess with Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. Do it. That's what we do. Make it happen, man. Make it happen. Also, you heard it already, man. Adeline's by a guy, Chef Country, man. Well, we do it right. The real. You heard the menu that he's gonna have on Friday. So if you want to on Friday, man, make a trip to 2371 Highway 14, Otongoville, Alabama. Make it a day trip. Go get you some good food at Adeline's by Chef Country, where we do it right in Otongoville. Make sure you go check them out over there, man. We appreciate that. And guess what? We will be there October 17th, 2026 for the Auburn versus Georgia game. Water Cooler Talk Sports Network will be there going live for the game. We will be there. Do us a favor. Go subscribe to our social media. Subscribe to at CoolerSpot23 on Twitter, at the Water Cooler Talk on Instagram and TikTok, the Water Cooler Talk Podcast Facebook page, and of course, www.watercoolertalksports.com. Again, that's www.watercoolertalksports.com for all of your college football news, Auburn football news, SEC football news, and of course, we got high school recruiting news and high school news coming very soon in written form, man. So make sure you check us out there as well, man. Like I said, in about 15 minutes, we will be over on the Heavy Hitters podcast. Me and Tez will be over there. We'll be talking about one Bobby Jamison Travis. This is the show page, the Heavy Hitters, over on YouTube, man. So we'll be over there about 8:30. We'll be going live about 8:30, between 8:30 and 8:35. So come check us out, man. We're gonna be talking about our guy Bobby Jamison Travis, and see what his projections look like as he moves to the next level, and start his NFL career, man. So we'll be talking about him as well. There it is, the Heavy Hitters on YouTube. So come check us out over there, man. As we talk some noise about our guy Bobby Jamison Travis, man. We appreciate it so much, man. And we'll be over there rocking it out and just having a great conversation, man. We're having a great conversation. And what you gotta say to people before we get up out of here, man?
All I got to tell them is just be cool, man. Like I've been telling y'all, be cool, man. I promise you, he got it. He gonna take Auburn to heights we ain't seen since 17, 19. Whenever the last time we had a good record in a bowl game, man. Telling y'all. If you don't believe it, just pull out the A-Day and see it in person with your own eyes. I promise you, you're going to tell the difference in the team. They're going to look real different this year. Real different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Shout out to Ant, man. Ant with the elite information, man. Ant be coming in with the clutch with the elite information. We appreciate that so much, Ant. Shout out to you, my guy. Tez, what you got to say to the people before we get up out of here, my guy?
Oh, man. Wow, this episode was great, man. It reminded me of a quote from the late, great, that stuck in my head from the late, great band director William Brasfield. and that quote goes, perfect practice make perfect is a myth. Practice makes permanent. Only perfect practice makes perfect. And I think that's what we have on our hands. Guy trying to have perfect practices so that we can have perfect execution on the field on game day. So yeah, man, this has been a great one. You guys can find me at It's a Six Season on all platforms, man. Tomorrow we are doing lunch breaks, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're having a conversation about it's called Cakewalk, and we're having a conversation about strength of schedule. So we're gonna dive into that. Is it real? Is it a myth? We're gonna talk about it. So if you're not doing none of your lunch break, come check that out. But first, come check us out over here in about 15 minutes, man. Me and Nick talking about Bobby Jamison Travis. That would be cool, man. So appreciate you guys.
Yes. Mark, what you got to say to the people before we get up out of here, my guy?
Hey, man, after y'all get done kicking it with Tez on the lunch break, I'm going to throw on some clothes like Cunny told me, and we're going to get live for that SEC Heat check, bro. So come kick it with me later on, man. Later on that night, man. And then come back and kick it with me again Friday. Hey, man, it's a long week. Let's get it.
Yes, it is, man. That's what it is, man. Shout out to all y'all for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. In the words of King Richard, man. King Richard said, man, hit that like button on your way out. Yeah, make sure you do that, man. Make sure you hit that like button as well, man. It was some other comments that came up as well that I want to get in here. I saw Alan Brooks come in. He said, we don't know what any team is gonna do. We can sunshine pump because we have a coach with discipline. A lot of his players, or you can be negative, do what you do. It will be different, but time bug. I like it, man. I like it. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, King Richard. We will be over on the Heavy Hitters. That's where we'll be. The Heavy Hitters on YouTube. It is what it is. We'll be over there in literally about 11 minutes. We'll be over there. We'll be talking some Bobby Jamison Travis. King Richard said, man, Nick, did you get the info on that scepter? No. Oh, yes, I did. He doesn't do it anymore. King Richard, King, you got to understand. I said I was gonna have that information for you by last Wednesday. I know I did, and I my bad, King Rich. I apologize. He doesn't do it anymore. He doesn't do that type of work anymore. He has retired, so he doesn't do anything anymore. So yeah, we gotta find somebody else that can do that for you. You know what it is. We gotta find somebody else that can do that. Let's see what it is, man. He said, shout out to KK's softball team. Travels to Jackson tomorrow night. Yes. Undefeated team, man. I like it, man. I like it. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want to see what that strawberry banana pudding looks like, there it is.
Ooh.
Strawberry banana pudding. That is what it looks like. Kid Country, Chef Country, Adelines. There it is. The strawberry banana pudding that Edward was just talking about. It is right there, man. That's it. That is it. So I'm telling y'all want to head on down to Adelines, 2371 Highway 14, Otagoville, Alabama, man. I'm trying to tell you, you want to go and make that happen. You want to go and make that happen. I'm trying to tell y'all. Hey, look, man. Take a look at it. Take a look at it. Trying to tell y'all, man. Strawberry banana pudding. Trying to tell y'all. Look good, don't it? It look good. It look good, man. It look good.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, man. Oh, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler, as always, man. We'll be back. Like you said, tomorrow, lunch breaks, 10:30 a.m. over on SEC Season when I got Tez, man. Make sure you tune in over there for that. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time. SEC Heat Check with Marcus Fitzpatrick, man. Make sure y'all tuned in over there for that tomorrow night, 7 p.m. And, of course, we'll be back Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Around the water cooler on Water Cooler Talk Sports. We'll be back talking some more college football, SEC football, Auburn football news, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us. As always, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. Make sure you give the man upstairs above his, because he deserves all the praise and all of the glory that he does. Yes, he does. And until Friday, back around the water cooler, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, it is one love. We out this mug. Y'all be easy, man. Check us out. Heavy Hitters. Check us out. Heavy Hitters. We'll be over there in about 8 minutes on Heavy Hitters. Check us out over there. We'll be on over there. Check us out, man. All right, man. Let's get out of here. We'll see y'all in a minute. We'll see y'all later. Y'all be blessed, man. As always, one love.
This has been a presentation of Water Cooler Talk Sports.